Okay, in this video we're going to learn how to name our grade beams. Okay, so in order to understand how to name the grade beams, we need to know that to name the beams, there are three things that match for the beams to have a matching name. First one is spacing. So spacing does not mean the grid to grid spacing, it actually means column to column spacing. And right after that we have size. By size I mean beam length, beam width, all those things. That's size. And then we have rebar numbers and rebar arrangements. So if all these three conditions meet, then the beams can be given identical names. For example, here you can see GB1 and GB1, 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 meaning all of these beams are actually sharing the same spacing, the same size, and the same rebars. That's why they're identical. That is why they're named in a similar manner. Okay, now the question can come to you that, hey, this spacing, meaning from this column to this column, is not equal to this column to this column, right? That can be a question that can arise. So that question is going to be answered when I explain to you how to name the grade beams. Okay, so right now if you want to start, you can either start by from 1 or from A. That is your wish. So I am going to start from A. So when we come and start from A, remember that the name of the beams are actually given to the grids, not to the individual beams. Meaning A to A grid will have similar beam names, and most probably their size and rebar is also going to be same. If that's not the case, then and only then we can change the name of the beams. So right here we have A to A. There you go. So A to A is given GB1 because this is the first beam that we're working with. That's why we're going for GB1. GB meaning grade beam and 1 meaning the number 1 beam. So we have the first beam. There we go. GB1. It's done. And right after that we go to B and B. Right now we can see that B to B is equals to A to A in span. Meaning from this column to this column is equal to this column to this column, then from this column to this column is equal to this column to this column. Meaning the spacing is equal for A and B. And right after that, the sides of the beams are also equal, and then the rebar is also equal. That is why we can call the B grid beams as GB1 as well. Then when we move on to our C, there we go. You can see that the column to column spacing for A, B, and C are not similar. It's different. So the beams in C will have a different name even if they share the same size and rebars as GB1 because they have a different spacing. That's why they're going to be called GB2. Right after that, we come here to D. There we go, to D, and here at D you can see that the spacing of the columns at D is equal to the spacing of the columns at C, but the size is also the same. So the size of the beam is also similar to this GB2, right? But the rebar arrangement is different. That is why the beams at D is no longer called GB2, just the way for C was. Right now they're called GB3. And after that, when we move on to the E grid, the E grid is actually sharing the same spacing as well as the F grid. It is also sharing the same spacing with D grid. And then the size of the beams are also identical and the rebars are also identical. That is why the beams in E are named GB3. Also the beams in F are named GB3. So we have named 3 beams of grade beams. That is why we have a GB3 from GB1. Okay, now that our vertical grid lines are covered, we're going to go for the horizontal grid lines, and this time again we're going to start from 1. So our last name was 3, right? GB3. So it means this time we're going to start with GB4. Now here we name the beams of grid 1 as GB4. All of them are GB4. It is done. Now if we go to the second grid, number 2 grid, you can see that the spacing from here to here, here to here, and here to here is equal to here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. But there are two more spacings in the number 1 grid line, but there are two spacings that have broken up here in the number 2 grid line, meaning even if the number 2 grid line's beams share the same size and rebar as grid 1's beams, they're not going to be named the same. That is why they're called GB5, because after 4 will come 5. Okay, right after that, if we move on to grid 3, we can see that between grid 2 and grid 3 there exists another beam. That is why we're going to call that beam with a different name. Since we have done till 5, we're going to call this beam 6. So this is GB6. Right after that, we go to our grid 3, and grid 3 has no beams whatsoever from this location to this location, and here we have a single beam right here. Since the scenario is not same with the other grid lines, grid 1, grid 2, grid 4, then it is going to have a unique name. Since we have named till 6, this name is going to be 7, so we have GB7. Right after that, we come to our grid 4, and we can see that our grid 4 spacings are identical to grid 1 spacings, and since they're both sides of the building, then it is eventually the size and the rebar of the beams are also going to be similar. In most cases, there are rare cases where it's not the case, but in this case we're going to consider that the size and the rebar is also same with grid 1. That is why, similar to grid 1, these beams are named GB4. So this is how we name the grid beams. I hope you understand how to name the grid beams, how the naming works and all that, and you will be able to name the beams of any kind of grids like that. If you are given the size of the beams and then the rebars of the beams and the spacing of the beams, you can actually find out from the drawing. Okay, so that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.